I still remember the moment my plane wheels touched down in Manila. My heart was racing. I was finally here, the Philippines. I'd watched hundreds of videos about this country, the beaches, the smiles, the food. But I never expected what I was about to discover. I thought I came here for an adventure. I didn't know this trip would change the way I understand strength, happiness, and survival. What I saw terrified me but also inspired me more than anything ever has. So here are the 10 reasons Filipinos are the toughest people on earth and why I was terrified to learn the truth. My first day in the Philippines hit me like a blast of fire. The heat was unreal. The kind that makes your clothes stick to your skin and your mind go blank. I stepped out of the airport and instantly felt like I was melting. Yet right beside me were construction workers laughing, carrying heavy bags under the blazing sun. I was struggling just to breathe while they were smiling like it was a perfect day. One of them saw me sweating and said, "Ma'am, welcome to the Philippines," with a grin. That's when I realized reason number 1: Filipinos can survive anything with a smile. They don't just endure, they stay joyful in conditions that would break most of us. Then came the shocker, reason number 2. Filipinos live through disasters like it's part of normal life. On my third day, news broke that a typhoon was coming. I panicked immediately. I started packing, ready to flee. But my host family was completely calm. The father kept fixing the roof, the mother cooked dinner like nothing was happening, and the kids were watching TV. That night, the wind screamed outside, and I was shaking, sure the roof would fly away. But the next morning, people were already cleaning the streets. Children were playing in puddles. A man smiled at me and said, "We survive, ma'am. Always." That's when I knew Filipinos aren't just tough, they're unbreakable. By the fourth day, I started seeing something beautiful. Reason number 3. Filipinos create joy out of nothing. I visited a rural town where children were playing soccer with a crushed plastic bottle. They didn't have shoes or fancy toys, but they laughed like it was the best game in the world. One boy shouted, "Miss, goal!" and they all cheered. Their mothers had very little food, yet they still invited me to eat. I realized toughness isn't just surviving pain, it's choosing to stay happy even when life gives you so little. That kind of joy is power. Just when I thought I'd seen it all, something unexpected happened that left me speechless. A woman I had just met invited me to her home for dinner. I followed her through narrow streets until we reached a small wooden house with just 2 rooms. Inside were her parents, her siblings, even her grandmother, and they all treated me like family. They called me anak, which means child. That's reason number 4: Filipinos are tough because they have family. Real family. In the Philippines, family isn't just about blood. It's about love that refuses to give up. I asked the mother how they stay so close through hardship. She said, "Because when life breaks you, family holds you." I'll never forget those words. But my journey was far from over. That night, I met a tricycle driver named Raul. He became my lesson for reason number 5: Filipinos never give up. Raul drives from sunrise to midnight every day just to feed his kids. Sometimes he sleeps inside his tricycle because he can't afford the gas to go home. I asked him, "Don't you get tired?" He smiled and said, "Of course, ma'am, but tired is not the end." That hit me like a wave. Raul taught me that strength isn't about comfort, it's about purpose. Then came reason number 6: Filipinos laugh through pain. One afternoon, I got stuck in a 2-hour traffic jam in Manila. The heat, the noise, the horns, it was chaos. I was ready to scream. But everyone else was laughing, joking, even singing karaoke inside their cars. I asked one driver, "Why are you all so calm?" And he said, "Traffic is our national sport." I couldn't stop laughing. That's when I realized humor isn't just entertainment here, it's survival. When life gets hard, Filipinos turn pain into punchlines. Just when the laughter faded, I faced something deeper. Reason number 7: faith. It's everywhere. Crosses on dashboards, prayers before meals, small altars in homes. I met a woman who had just lost her house in a fire. I expected anger, but she just said, "God is good." I didn't understand it. How could she still believe after losing everything? But later I saw faith is what keeps them alive. It's what gives them peace in chaos and light in darkness. That's real strength, the kind you can't see but can feel in your soul.
Then came one of the most emotional moments of my life. Reason number 8: Filipinos are generous even when they have nothing. I was invited to a small birthday celebration in a poor neighborhood. They served a pot of noodles and one small cake. I tried to refuse because I didn't want to take anyone's share, but they insisted, "Please eat. You are our guest." I later learned they saved for weeks just for that party. I cried silently that night. Generosity like that doesn't come from wealth, it comes from the heart. But one experience truly terrified me, not because of danger, but because I realized how powerful their strength is. I visited a province hit by an earthquake. Houses were gone, roads were cracked, but I saw people working together, men fixing roofs, women cooking for everyone, children carrying water. No one was crying. They were rebuilding, laughing, helping each other like one big family. That's reason number 9: Filipinos turn tragedy into unity. Their spirit of Bayanihan, or helping one another, is something the whole world should learn from. And finally, reason number 10: the heart of it all. Filipinos are survivors, not because life is easy, but because they never lose hope. I saw it in every face I met: the jeepney drivers, the market vendors, the students walking miles to school. They fall, they get up, they smile, and they keep going. They don't pretend life is perfect, they just choose to live it with courage and love. When my trip was coming to an end, I sat quietly in the airport. Outside, the rain poured again. I thought about everything: the heat, the storms, the laughter, the kindness. I came to the Philippines as a tourist, but I was leaving with something deeper. I was terrified not of danger, but of realizing how soft I'd been. I used to complain about small problems, but these people face storms, poverty, and pain, and they still say thank you. If you agree that Filipinos are the toughest people on earth, hit that like button right now. Don't forget to subscribe, because more stories like this deserve to be told. And if you're Filipino, comment below what makes you proud of your people.
As I boarded the plane, I looked out the window one last time and whispered, "Thank you." The Philippines didn't just show me beauty, it showed me bravery. It taught me that strength isn't how hard you fight, but how soft you stay after being hurt. It's smiling when you have no reason to. It's sharing when you have little. It's believing when everything says give up. That's what makes Filipinos the toughest people on earth, and I'll never forget it.